Have you ever wondered if something as small and powerful as garlic could actually harm you more than it helps? Eat garlic. Avoid these 10 dangerous mistakes, because what I'm about to share with you may shock you. We've all grown up hearing that garlic is a miracle food grade for the heart, immune system, even longevity. But here's the truth. When used the wrong way, garlic can backfire, triggering stomach pain, blood issues, even interactions with medications that could put your health at risk. I know, it sounds crazy. How can a simple clove of garlic, something our grandparents swore by, turn into a hidden danger? That's exactly what I'm here to reveal today, and trust me, by the end of this video, you'll never look at garlic the same way again. Before we dive in, let me ask, do you eat garlic daily? Maybe raw with honey or in your salad dressings. Or maybe you pop a supplement because you heard it keeps your arteries clean. If so, you need to hear this, because even though garlic is powerful, it's a double-edged sword. And if you've ever woken up at night with indigestion, felt unusually lightheaded, or wondered why your medication doesn't seem to work properly, garlic might be playing a role you never expected. So let's go through the biggest mistakes people over 50 often make with garlic. And more importantly, how to enjoy all of its benefits without putting your health in danger. And please, if you find yourself nodding along or thinking, that sounds like me, share it in the comments below. I love hearing your stories and experiences. The first mistake is eating garlic raw on an empty stomach. I get it. A lot of health blogs and natural healers say raw garlic is the best way to activate its allicin, the powerful compound that gives garlic its antibacterial and anti-inflammatory effects. But here's the thing. When you eat it raw, especially on an empty stomach, it can burn your stomach lining, trigger nausea, and for some people, cause acid reflux. I've spoken with people who thought they had ulcers, only to discover it was the garlic irritating their gut. If you're over 50, your digestive lining is often more sensitive than when you were younger. So this mistake is even riskier. Instead of popping raw cloves, try lightly crushing garlic and letting it sit for 10 minutes before. Cooking it still preserves much of the allicin but becomes gentler on your system. Another dangerous mistake is thinking more is better. I know a gentleman in his 60s who started eating 6 cloves of garlic a day because he read it lowers cholesterol. Within a month, he ended up with constant bloating, terrible body odor that even showers couldn't fix, and worst of all, nosebleeds. Garlic is a natural blood thinner. In moderation, that's a good thing. It helps circulation. But too much? It increases bleeding risk, especially if you're already on aspirin or blood-thinning medications. If you've ever bruised more easily after eating lots of garlic, that's your body sending you a warning. The third mistake is ignoring garlic's interaction with medications. This is something most doctors don't even explain clearly, but it's critical. Garlic can interfere with drugs for high blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes, and especially blood thinners like warfarin. I remember speaking to a woman who was frustrated because her blood sugar medications weren't working as well as before. Turns out, she had added garlic supplements to her routine. When her doctor finally made the connection, he was shocked by how strong the interaction was. This doesn't mean you can't enjoy garlic, but if you're on medications, especially after 50, you absolutely need to let your doctor know before starting a garlic-heavy diet or supplements. Another mistake people make is using garlic supplements without understanding the dosage. Walk into any pharmacy or health store, and you'll see shelves filled with garlic capsules, aged garlic extract, garlic powder, tablets, you name it. But here's the truth. Not all supplements are created equal. Some are so concentrated that one capsule is equal to eating 4 to 5 cloves of garlic. That's way more than most bodies can handle daily. I once tried a supplement like this myself and felt dizzy within an hour. If you want to use supplements, start small. Check the label carefully and choose brands that have been tested for purity. And always remember, supplements are just that, supplements, not substitutes for real food. Then there's the mistake of cooking garlic the wrong way. Heat destroys allicin quickly, which is why some people panic and think cooked garlic is useless. That's not true. Cooked garlic still has antioxidants, sulfur compounds, and other nutrients that benefit your health. But if you throw garlic directly into super hot oil, you not only burn it, but you also lose most of its power. Plus, burned garlic tastes bitter and can actually irritate your stomach. The smarter way is to saute it gently at low heat, or add it toward the end of cooking to preserve more of its compounds. Personally, I love crushing garlic, letting it rest for 10 minutes, and then adding it to warm, not boiling hot soups or stews. The flavor is rich, and I know I'm still getting the benefits. Another mistake many don't realize is eating garlic too close to bedtime. Sounds harmless, right? But garlic is stimulating. It can increase metabolism and even cause acid reflux if you lie down too soon after eating. I once had a late-night pasta with garlic sauce, and let's just say I regretted it around 2 a.m. if you're struggling with sleep, especially after 50. Avoiding garlic at dinner might make a bigger difference than you think. Now let's talk about a surprising one. Garlic and allergies. Yes, some people are allergic to garlic and they don't even know it. Symptoms might include skin rashes, headaches, or even difficulty breathing in severe cases. I met someone in his 70s who thought his constant eczema flare-ups were from soap. It was actually his daily garlic tea. If you notice strange reactions, don't ignore the possibility that garlic could be the culprit. Another overlooked mistake is using old or spoiled garlic. You know those bulbs that sprout green shoots? While they're not toxic, they've lost much of their potency and may taste bitter. Worse, moldy garlic can actually make you sick. Always store garlic in a cool, dry place, not in the fridge, and use it within a reasonable time. Fresh garlic gives you the real power you're looking for. Aged garlic extract has benefits too. But don't confuse it with garlic that's simply gone bad. Here's another one. Forgetting that garlic can irritate the skin. If you've ever tried putting raw garlic directly on a wart, cut, or skin infection because you read about its antibacterial power, you may have ended up with a burn. Garlic is caustic in its raw form and can cause blisters. I once met a man who put garlic slices on his foot fungus overnight and woke up with painful burns that took weeks to heal. Please, never put raw garlic directly on your skin without guidance. It's too harsh. And finally, the mistake of thinking garlic alone is a miracle cure. I love garlic. I respect its power. But it's not going to save you if your lifestyle is filled with processed foods, no exercise, and stress. Garlic is a helper, not a hero. It lowers risk factors, supports immunity, but it can't undo everything else. I always say, balance is key. Garlic works best when you combine it with fresh vegetables, lean proteins, daily movement, and good sleep. So what should you take away from this? Garlic is a gift, but only if you use it wisely. Don't eat it raw on an empty stomach. Don't overdo it. Watch out for drug interactions. Be smart with supplements. Cook it gently. Avoid it before bed. Pay attention to allergies. Don't use spoiled bulbs. Never put it raw on your skin. And remember, it's not a miracle cure. If you follow these steps, garlic can absolutely be your ally in aging gracefully, keeping your heart strong and boosting your immunity. But if you ignore these mistakes, it can silently cause problems you'd never expect. If you've ever had a strange reaction to garlic or noticed something change when you eat it, I'd love to hear your story in the comments. Sharing your experience might help someone else watching right now. And if you find value in learning how everyday foods can affect your health, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, because I share weekly insights designed especially for people over 50 who want to feel their best and live longer, healthier lives. And here's the twist. After everything we've said about garlic's dangers, it's still one of the most powerful natural foods you can have in your kitchen. But the secret isn't in eating more, it's in eating smarter. Sometimes it's not the food itself that's dangerous, but the way we use it. So the next time you peel a clove of garlic, pause for a moment and remember, you hold in your hand both a potential medicine and a potential problem. The choice of how it affects your health is entirely yours. And that, to me, is the real power of garlic.